Welcome all to our class of today. I'm teacher Eileen Atieno Biambo. Today we are going to discuss about cell physiology. Cell physiology, those are processes which include osmosis, diffusion, and active transport. But today we are going to learn about osmosis and diffusion. What is cell physiology? Cell physiology is a biological study of activities that takes place in a cell to keep it alive. Underline the term biological study because it is physiology, cell physiology. It is a biological study of activities that take place in a cell to keep it alive. Example of those activities are like osmosis and diffusion. Now, for cell physiology to take place, there must be a cell membrane, and there is a cell membrane. The cell membrane consists of a phospholipid bilayer, a hydrophilic head, and a phospholipid molecule. You can see it properly. This diagram is not included in your textbook, but this is the actual diagram that can help. Now, what is osmosis? No, okay. Those are the properties of a cell membrane. What is osmosis? Osmosis is the movement of molecules from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration across a semi-permeable membrane. Underline the term semi-permeable membrane. Yeah, in osmosis, it includes a semi-permeable membrane. Now, below there is a diagram. The next slide, there is a diagram showing osmosis. Now, what are the factors that affect osmosis? What are the factors that affect osmosis? There is temperature. Now, when the temperature is high, the rate of osmosis will also be high, and vice versa. When the temperature is low, the rate of osmosis will be low. Now, when the concentration gradient is high, the rate of osmosis will also be high, and vice versa. When the temperature included is high, the rate of diffusion, osmosis will also be high. Now that is the diagram illustrating osmosis. Yeah, these are now the factors. And there is surface area and water potential too. When the surface area is large, the rate of osmosis will also be large. And the reading assignment will be on water potential. How does water potential affect osmosis? That will be the reading assignment. Now, what is diffusion? Diffusion is the net movement of anything. For example, atoms, ions, molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Now, in diffusion, there is nothing like a semi-permeable membrane. There is nothing like that. For example, if somebody has sprayed a nice perfume, the good smell will transfer through diffusion. As you can see, it is illustrated in the diagram below. Now, what are the factors that affect diffusion? Diffusion is affected by temperature, pressure, surface area, and how does temperature affect diffusion? When the temperature is high, the rate of diffusion will also be high, and vice versa. Just the same as osmosis. Now, when the pressure is high, the rate of diffusion will also be high. The size of the diffusing molecules, when they are big and large, the rate of diffusion will also be faster. The size of the membrane. When the membrane is thin, the rate of diffusion will be faster compared when the membrane is thick. Surface area to volume ratio, when it is large, the rate of diffusion will be low. Now that is the opposite. and vice versa. Benefits of osmosis in living organisms. Osmosis helps us in absorption of water by intestinal cells. Osmosis also helps us to maintain shape and size of the animal cells. Plants are also there. It helps plants in absorption of water and mineral salts from the soil, as it is illustrated in the diagram below. As it is illustrated in the diagram below. Importance of diffusion to living organisms. It allows organisms to gain useful substances and require them to obtain energy and grow, and lets them get rid of waste products. For example, when we breathe in oxygen and we remove carbon dioxide, as illustrated in the diagram below. As you can see, in this diagram. Now, the difference between osmosis and diffusion. First one is that in osmosis there is cell membrane, while in diffusion there's nothing like cell membrane. In osmosis, movement is of solvent particles, while in diffusion movement is of particles, not solvent particles. Meaning osmosis involves the use of water. If somebody asks you why is osmosis a special type of diffusion, you can answer by saying that because it involves the use of water. Now you can see the difference. In osmosis there is cell membrane, while in diffusion there is no cell membrane. Now those are the questions. Try them at your free time, because osmosis and diffusion, those are special activities that takes place in our bodies. They take place almost every day. And so we should be keen while handling osmosis and diffusion. And that's the end of our class. Until we meet next time. Thank you. Have a nice time.